Thank you for being here, everybody. Let's go ahead and call the Washoe County Parcel Map Review Committee meeting of Thursday, December 12th, 2024 to order. We'll get started today with the determination of a quorum.
Wayne Handrock,
Present.
James English,
Present.
Rob Pierce,
Present.
Dale Way,
Here.
and Eric Young for Christopher Bronzik.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Thanks for being here, everyone. Let's move on with the ethics law announcement and instructions for providing public comment via Zoom and telephone.
Sure thing. Jen Gustafson for the record. Committee members are reminded that if with respect to any matter or any person coming before the committee today, number one, you've received a gift or loan. Number two, you have a pecuniary interest. Number three, you have a commitment in a private capacity, such as a family, employment, business, or similar relationship. Or number four, if you've provided representation or counseling before an agency to a person or entity for compensation within the last year on a matter that's being considered here this afternoon, please remember to disclose that gift, loan, interest, commitment, or prior representation at the time the matter is being considered. And furthermore, please remember you must abstain from deliberation or voting on the matter if it's clear that the gift, loan, interest, commitment, or prior representation would materially affect the independence of judgment of a reasonable person. Committee members are also reminded that under the Parcel Map Review Committee rules, if you've had any contact outside this meeting with any persons interested in a matter coming before the committee today, you should disclose the nature of that contact at this meeting. I'm going to go ahead and read the Zoom instructions. To attend the meeting via Zoom, you can log into the Zoom webinar at the link found on the first page of the agenda. You can also join the meeting by typing zoom.us into your computer. Click Join a Meeting on the Zoom website and enter meeting ID 831-3388-3067. If anyone has any computer issues and needs to join via telephone only today, you can do so by dialing 1-669-900-9128 and enter meeting ID 831-3388-3067 and press pound. To provide public comment on Zoom, you can utilize the raise hand feature during any public comment period. And to provide public comment, if you're joining us via telephone, you can press *9 to raise your hand and *6 to mute or unmute. Thank you.
Eric, you're muted.
It says I'm not. I can't hear you now, though.
That's because I was muted. I'm so sorry.
We can hear you now.
Totally fine. Appeal procedure, this is agenda item 3. Most decisions rendered by the Parcel Map Review Committee are appealable. If you disagree with the decision of the Parcel Map Review Committee and you want to appeal its action, call the planning staff immediately at 775-328-6100. You will be informed of the appeal procedure and application fee. Appeals must be in writing and must be delivered to the Planning and Building Division within 10 calendar days from the date that the decision being appealed is signed by the Secretary of the Parcel Map Review Committee and mailed to the original applicant in the proceeding being appealed in accordance with Washoe County Code. An appeal of the Parcel Map Review Committee's decision on a tentative parcel map may be made to the Board of County Commissioners in accordance with Section 110-912-20 of the Development Code. An appeal of the committee's decision on a final parcel map may be made to the Board of Adjustment in accordance with Section 110-912-10 of the Development Code. We'll move on to agenda item 4, which is our first general public comment section on the agenda. We'll have another one later. This item is for a comment heard under this item is limited to 3 minutes per person and may pertain to matters both on and off the agenda. However, action may not be taken on any matter raised during this public comment period until the matter is specifically listed on an agenda as an action item. Comments are to be made to the Parcel Map Committee as a whole. Adriana, do we have any public comment for this item?
There are no hands raised for public comment.
All right, then we'll move on to the approval of the December 12th, 2024 agenda. Has
Eric?
anybody got any changes to that agenda?
Eric, there's one correction that needs to be made to 7B. I don't know if
Okay.
anyone caught the typo, but it should be WTPM 24-0006. The number that's on the agenda is actually for another map that was done a couple years ago.
220006. Yep, I see what you're saying. So is the only difference that it should be a 2-4?
That's what I can see on the agenda. Everything else looks correct. It's the correct APN and the correct address. And it looks like the correct owner. So it's
Let's
literally,
ask do you see if Julie is here yet with us today?
Julie's
Dr.
here.
Brown, can you ask her, Julie, can you tell us what the right case number is for this?
It's 24. I don't know why it came out. Yeah,
That's okay, but the 6 is correct.
yes.
Okay, great.
That must have been my mistake.
It happens. Thank you so much for catching that, James. I appreciate that. 'Cause I didn't catch it.
so, and it does hyperlink to the correct map and application. So if we can just make
typo.
that typo correction, I move to approve the agenda.
Do we have a second or any further
Bill Way,
requests for
second.
changes? Okay, we've got a motion and a second. All in favor, aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, that passes unanimously with the one change to the case number. Now we'll move on to the approval of the November 14th, 2024 draft minutes. How about those, James? Do you review those as close as you did this one? So I have no changes to those minutes. Does
Neither
anybody
do
have
I.
any requested changes or a motion for their approval?
James English, move to approve.
This is Rob. I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes unanimously. Thank you very much. So now we're going to move on to the,
Dale, how did you vote on that motion?
I can't hear you.
Sorry, I was a yes.
Okay. Yeah, I can tell that your thing didn't unmute, so we want to make sure that everyone is unmuting and talking. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen. We're going to move on to item number 7, the project review items. This is 7A, tentative parcel map case number WTPM 24-0005 box parcel map. And we've got Julie here for this one as well. Julie, what can you tell us about this one?
I'm gonna try to share my screen. But... So, Adriana, I don't have an option to share my screen. Is that gone away?
No, it's just waiting for you to accept to be promoted to panelist.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Is it prompting
I'm
you?
joining now. Yes, no.
Awesome.
Okay. No, I open my video.
There we go. I can see it.
All right, so this is a parcel map for the Brock parcel. No, it's not forwarding. Oh, there we go. This is to approve a map dividing a 2.2 acre parcel into two parcels. One's 52,307 square feet.
I think something happened. Froze.
The minimum lot size is 45,567 square feet, so it meets the minimum lot size. The tentative map was previously approved. A tentative map was previously approved for this dividing of parcels. However, the applicant wasn't able to purchase the water rights in time before it expired, and so the applicant is going through the process again. So this parcel map was seen in 2022.
Wait, I'm sorry, Julie. Did the Zoom just close out and open for anybody else?
For me.
Yes.
It did.
Yes.
Okay. It kicked me out for a second.
Yeah.
Are we back in?
And it stopped all screen sharing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, start over.
So yeah, Julie, it cut you off right at the beginning.
Okay,
Zoom just
I have to
closed.
I'm gonna X out of here and see what happens.
Yeah, thanks everyone, because I got kicked out right when Julie started
too.
speaking
Yeah.
too.
We all
So
did.
we just need her to start over from the beginning. Yeah.
Let me try this again. All right, let's start sharing again.
And this is agenda item 7A.
All right, are we back on?
It's loading. Okay, we can
Okay.
see your screen.
All right, so this is to approve a tentative parcel map to divide a 2.2 acre parcel into two parcels. One's 52,307 square feet and one is 45,593 square feet. Here's a layout of the parcels. You have parcel 1 and parcel 2. And I just want to point out this little dotted line is where the NDOT right of way is, which I will discuss further in my presentation.
Julie, I'm seeing not the slideshow. I'm just seeing like the first page of your
We need you to
presentation.
move
Cover
through the
slide.
slides.
So what's happening?
We need you to move through the slides. They're not moving through.
Yeah.
I'm moving through them on my screen.
That's not what it's showing over here. Did you hit this? You hit the slideshow from the beginning?
Yeah, yep, I did.
Hmm.
And all I have left is that. Adriana, any ideas? Should I log
Try
off?
clicking on the slide on the left-hand column. Do you see it in the left-hand column?
Let me stop sharing. Oh, I know what's going on. I'm gonna turn that off. Turn this off. It's because I've got more monitors at home and it doesn't like that. Let me try this now. Are you seeing anything moving now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I think it was the monitor issue on my side. All right, so there's parcel 1 and parcel 2. Oops. What? Okay, parcel 1 and parcel 2, are you seeing that?
Yes.
Okay. So this property is zoned low density suburban, which allows 2 lots, and they are doing 2 lots. The minimum lot size is 35,000 square feet. And the minimum lot size that they're proposing on parcel 2 is 45,567 square feet. This was a tentative parcel map that was previously approved in 2022. However, the applicant was not able to purchase the water rights in time, so the map expired and he's applying again. Same request and everything. Currently, there's a single-family house and several detached buildings on parcel 1. Required setbacks are 30 feet in the front and rear for LDS and 12 on the sides, and the setbacks are met. The site does not have access to municipal water service, so they'll have to have septic on, or they have septic on the one and they'll have to have septic on the other parcel. And they also, oh, excuse me, the site does have, sorry, the site does have municipal sewer service. However, they do not have municipal water service, so they will have to develop individual wells on the new parcel. So yes on sewer, no on water. And as I said, there is an NDOT easement that goes across this property, and there was a little bit of confusion, and I know Wayne is here and he possibly could explain this a little further, but the applicant has indicated that because of patent number 27-87-009, that the patent was deeded to the land from the US to Myrtle Gignor, and since then has existed as part of this land since that patent was approved. So the right-of-way is part of the parcel. And I provide this application was sent out to different agencies and they all reviewed it, and they are included in the conditions of approval. If they had conditions, and I have possible motion. I don't know if the applicant is here or not, but I'm available for any questions.
Thank you, Julie. Can you put it back on the picture of the parcels?
Yep.
Thanks. Does anybody on the board have any questions? Any issues?
Yeah, this is Rob. I have a couple questions. First of all, are water rights available?
Well, it seems to me that the gentleman that when I spoke to the applicants, the representative, that they were in the process of getting water rights. So and they were willing to apply again. So the impression I got was yes.
Okay, how long does it normally take to get water rights from the time that you apply?
I don't have that answer. I apologize. I don't know if anybody else.
Eric, I believe the applicant representative has joined us under DN ending with Bauer. Please state your first and last name for the record.
Yeah, my name is Dean Neubauer, representing the client on this. He has purchased the water rights and has them already.
Wonderful. Thank you. Other than that, I don't have any questions.
Or nothing else? Okay. Thank you for being here from the applicant. Anything else you'd like to let us know? Okay, anybody from the public, let's move on to public comment for this item. Is there any public comment for this item?
There are no hands raised for public comment.
Okay, thank you. Wayne, you didn't jump in to let us know you felt like there's anything in particular we needed to know about that easement. So I'm going to assume you're fine with it.
Yeah, it's NDOT's ownership of it is just in an easement rather than fee simple.
Right. That's
Just
what it seemed.
the way it was created.
Okay. Is there any more discussion on this item, or does anybody have a motion for us?
This is Rob. I've got a motion. I move that after giving reasoned consideration to the information contained within the staff report and information received during the public hearing that the Washoe County Parcel Map Review Committee approved parcel map case number WTPM 24-0005 for Michael Box, subject to the conditions of approval included in Exhibit A with the staff report, and make determination that the following criteria is or will be adequately provided for pursuant to Washoe County Code Section 110.606.30E. And I think there's 12. Conditions.
Wayne Hendrick, second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right, I'll call for the vote. All in favor, aye.
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 All opposed? Okay, that passes unanimously. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Neubauer. Thank you, Julie. Let's move on to number B, 7B, tentative parcel map case number WTPM 240006, Pinion Drive. This one is also presented to us by Julie. Julie, what can you tell us about this one?
Having problems with my PowerPoint again. So let me try one other thing. It won't open up.
Julie, I'll open it for you. I'll share your screen. Just let me know.
I can't get to the PowerPoint. For some reason, it won't, it just is minimized. I can't get the, my. So interesting.
I'll open it, Julie. No worries.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Is it showing full screen or is
Yep,
it doing
yep.
that thing with the side?
No, looks
I'm
great.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you. I don't know why I'm having issues. Okay, oops. I
Ready?
can't get- It's not forwarding though.
Oh, I'll forward it for you.
Oh, you'll forward. Okay, this is to approve a tentative map to divide a 2-acre parcel into 2 1-acre parcels. Next. And oops, one more back. So you can see on the right, sort of where it's out off of Geiger Raid Toll Road. And then on the left, you have a closer view of the parcel. And I just want to point out that there's some objects that are on the parcel. However, the applicant's representative has gone out to the site and indicated that those items are no longer there. So the parcel doesn't have that on the parcel anymore. However, the neighboring parcel is very close to the parcel line, but that's not a parcel involved so much in this split. Okay, next screen. Next. Okay, here's the division that, oops, one more back, sorry. Here you go. So this is the division. You have parcel to the north one and the parcel to the south. And you can see that there's an easement off of Pinion to on the north end of this parcel, and then also to the south. However, and the one to the south would be challenging because of the neighboring parcel, how their property's laid out and structures. However, the property owner has indicated they are going to be using the northern easement, so the southern easement will not be access parcel B2. Next. This parcel zoning is medium density suburban. It is in the South Valley's plan, and that requires certain types of lot sizes there. And in 110 21205, it lays it out that they can only have 2 lots in MDS. So that's what they're doing. They have the 2 lots. And then they also have a minimum lot size, which is 14,375 square feet. And their lots are going to be 1 acre. Next. As I said, this is these parcels are vacant and not developed. The items that are showing on there are not there anymore. The required setback for medium density suburban is 20 feet in the front and 8 in the rear, and there's no buildings on that property, so that's not of an issue at this point. The property does have access to municipal water and is able to will be able to connect to municipal water. However, they do not have sewer service in that area, so they will need to develop individual septic systems on the property. And I said the site was in South Valleys. It's in the southeast Truckee Meadows. And they are modifiers in that section of code that they will need to be required to meet. Next. There are two existing accesses, as I showed out in those maps, and they'll be using the northern access. And that is the south is a 20-foot, but it's blocked by a fence, and the northern access is 30 feet, and they will be using that one. Next. This was sent out to various agencies, and they provided comments and conditions. The ones that had conditions are included in the conditions of approval, and I provide a possible motion. And I'm not sure if the applicant's representative is here or not, but I'm available for any questions.
This is Wayne Handrock. I printed out the staff report and there was an Exhibit C attached to it, but it doesn't appear to relate to this project. It's a Canine Rehabilitation Center.
Well, I apologize for that.
And cat shelter are we supposed to have a different Exhibit C or are we done at Exhibit B?
I was going to ask the same question.
I am having some issues with my staff. I cannot get to the P drive. Adriana, would you mind looking at the P drive under parcel maps, and what
Yes.
is that exhibit supposed to be?
It's supposed to be the application, and
Oh.
it definitely does show the Canine Rehabilitation
I
Center.
apologize. I can correct that after the meeting. I'll correct and put the right application in there. That's my error.
Applicant here today?
I don't see any hands raised unless a Mr. Lopez is with the applicant, would like to address the committee.
I believe
Not
he
seeing a
was
hand
already.
raised.
Anybody else on the committee have any input or questions? Public comment on this at all, Adriana?
No hands raised. Nope, no hands raised.
Okay. I didn't have any particular questions or things I wanted to bring up or questions for any other board members like I do sometimes. If nobody has any further input or questions, we are ready for a motion.
Hi, this is Wayne Handrock. I move that after giving reasoned consideration to the information contained within the staff report and the information received during the public meeting, that the Washoe County Parcel Map Review Committee approve the parcel map case number WTPM 24-006 for Marlon R. Lopez, subject to the conditions of approval included as Exhibit A with the staff report, and make the determination that the following criteria is or will be adequately provided for pursuant to Washoe County Code, Section 110.606.30E.
Thank you. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
This is Rob. I'll second it. And just for a point of clarification on that identification, the WTPM 24, I see 3 zeros and then a 6, but I only heard 2. I'm sure.
Modify to 3 if required.
All right.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. I'll call for the vote. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All opposed? No one opposed, so that also passes unanimously. Thank you, Julie, appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll move on to item 8, reports on future agenda items. So future agenda items is on here and there's never anything. It's almost like a silly thing to have on there. At what point in time would we be able to tell the committee how many parcel maps are on the next agenda? Is it possible to say at this point, or when this agenda is published, do you know how many parcel maps will be on the next agenda?
No, it's off by like 2 weeks, but I can let you know today, the day of the meeting, but it
You
wouldn't be
could
in a
let us
few.
know the day of the meeting?
Yeah, so today
Well, so
in
what do you think? I don't want to put extra work on you, Adriana, but there's no reason for this agenda item if there's never, ever, ever anything to talk about. But it does seem like it might be interesting for everybody to know, okay, next month we're gonna have one, next month we're gonna have three. There needs to be something under this agenda item to keep it on the agenda. But I
Okay,
don't
I'll
want to make it
start.
just work for you.
No, that's okay. That way
Okay,
you
all
guys
right,
have a
so-
heads up as well.
This
Okay,
is-
Okay.
thank you.
This is Wayne Handrak. Just a comment on that. We don't always know how many parcel maps are coming in because some get withdrawn. So we know how many applications come in, but it could vary depending on ones that get withdrawn between the application date and the actual parcel map meeting.
That
Yeah,
does happen. So, yeah,
I'll
again,
say
you
like
just be reporting what you know.
I'll say tentatively for January, there is one parcel map
Okay.
case coming before this committee,
Thank you.
of course.
I have a future agenda item question.
Okay.
I just got the notice of public workshop for, it sounds like some of the final map stuff. Would this be something to get a presentation on next time, or will this affect parcel map processes in the future?
So that, I think you're
I can
talking
answer that
about.
question.
Yeah, thank you, Jen.
Yeah, so James, the notice that went out today was for Article 610, which is final subdivision maps, not
Okay.
final parcel maps. So it will not relate to this board's duties.
Perfect, thank you.
However, if anybody here is just interested in that, like I mentioned, I don't know, a couple meetings ago, put this on Chris. Tell Chris, hey, Chris, chairman of the PMRC, I'd love to know more about, the changes you made to the 610. If you're interested in it, and then you'll hear about it.
This is Rob. I'm interested.
Oh,
So
you're
next-
gonna get the full blast on the planning commission, but yeah, sure, yeah, or, so anyway, I'm just trying to make the point that, this agenda item is open to everybody on the board. It could be interesting and meaningful. It could be a thing that just prolongs the meetings and everybody like to just get back to what they're doing. But I'm just trying to make the point that this agenda item is open to all of you to make a request or to say next month I'd like to talk about this or whatever. Okay, it's not just there because somebody thinks should be there. It's there in case somebody wants to take advantage of it. So thank you for bearing with me on that. Jen, do you have anything for 8B, legal information and updates?
Nothing today. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Let's move on to item 9, the last general public comment. Once again, comment heard under this item is limited to 3 minutes per person and may pertain to matters both on and off the agenda. However, action may not be taken on any matter raised during this public comment period until the matter is specifically listed on an agenda as an action item. Comments are to be made to the Parcel Map Review Committee as a whole. Do we have any public comment today?
There is no public comment.
Thank you. We'll move on to item 10, adjournment. Thank you, everybody, for being here and bearing with us through a couple of technical issues. And we'll be adjourned for today. Thank you.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy
Happy
holidays.
holidays. Thank you
Happy
all.
holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Thank
Be
you all.
safe out there.